Hi guys. I told you get the real you get the real thing. I wanted to hop on to connect with you guys. It's been a while, at least over a week. And how are you guys doing? I'm going through a lot of things. In case you were curious, in case you weren't, it's okay. Um, I know I look crazy, huh? I don't even care. Oh, who cares anymore? Who cares anymore? But yeah, still going on the journey. A lot of as of late, just a lot of like childhood trauma stuff has been coming up for me. It's been fascinating. I've been working through that. It has not been easy, but I wanted to hop on here. If you're a parent going through this, which I really wish we had more discourse in the mind body space regarding parents of young children, particularly who are going through this, because I always say this in my other videos, children add another layer to this already hard journey. And children are amazing because you are it's like you're just pummeled, right? When you're on this journey, I can just imagine if you're single, you only have to worry about yourself, you know, and you can parent yourself. But then when you have children and you're going through this, it's a double whammy because you have to parent yourself while also parenting your offspring. But it's kind of nice because when the triggers come up, or I'll speak for myself, when I feel like when I'm triggered by my kids, or if I feel like, I can't tolerate uh their tantrums for whatever reason. I'm usually pretty good now, but those moments still come up where it's like a lot, where you're overstimulated, especially when you're on a journey like this, where you're recovering and you're trying to bring your nervous system back down to homeostasis, right? Um, it's a double whammy. It's a lot. You want tonkatsu? Okay. Um, yeah, it's kind of a lot. So, um, I want to find more people going through this who are parents, because I wanted to share this one thing that happened literally just a couple minutes ago. My daughter, she spilled milk on the carpet, and I have been doing the work enough where I'm like, every day I wake up, even as hard as it is, I want to be commit, and I'm not perfect, of course, but I commit myself to being a safe container, a safe space for my children, because I don't want them to experience, like, the buck stops with me, right? Like, growing up, my childhood, obviously if you're going through this, I would deduce that you probably didn't have a safe childhood, or you weren't around caretakers who knew how to do that, who didn't have emotional intelligence, EQ, all that stuff, right? So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm working through my own things. I had a dream last night about my dad in particular, and it was like me finally standing up to him, but not in a desperate sense, but like in a calm, authoritative state as my adult self. So yeah, it was it's like all kinds of things, and then you want to throw in symptoms and sensations. It's been fun. So anyway, my daughter spilled milk, and I can hear probably my mom's voice, whatever, because there was a lot of screaming in my childhood, a lot of shaming, a lot of people who were so dysregulated and could not handle their shit. So I could hear in the back of my mind, like the like literally that was the soundtrack of my life, was like, why did you do that? Right. And I'm not perfect. I do that sometimes. I still catch myself doing that. I've been working a lot on it. I've definitely done that in the past, before learning about my inner child, before learning about child psychology and behaviors and all the stuff, all the books, all the podcasts, everything, right? That you kind of force yourself to go through when you're on this journey. I'm gonna start taking them off because it looks crazy.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
I want to get this.
Yeah, I'll take it out. I'll take it out. Hold on. I'm gonna take mine out first. Oh, okay. You will do it. So she spilled milk, and I just let my body soften, and it wasn't even a big deal. I was just like, Eloise, I told you not to spill. I didn't even say that. I was just like, whatever about it. Just went and grabbed the towel, we cleaned it up together, no shame involved, not even no correction, right? Because that's another recent thing that I've learned. Oh, here, go dip it. No, I did. That's another recent thing that I've learned is it's my mantra that I go by is connection first, correction later. You always want to maintain connection first and lead with that versus correcting or even worse, shaming, right? As a lot of us have grown up with. So I was just like super soft about it. Grab a towel, we cleaned it up together. It was like not even a big deal. It wasn't a thing. Here, Elise. Elise here. And as I went to go get the towel, I just started bawling my eyes out. Why? Because I was just hit with this grief of thinking about my childhood. And I was like, see, it didn't need to be like that. The way that my childhood was, and I'm sure if you're watching this and you resonate with this, I'm sure I'm going to deduce you grew up in a chaotic environment too, where it was very harsh. And I just started bawling because I was like, it didn't have to be that way. I didn't have to have a soundtrack of my life be or get punished for spilling something, So I just cried about it, just grieved about it because I'm like, it didn't have to be like that. It really didn't. We didn't have all of us going through this. We didn't have, with childhoods like that. It didn't have to be like that. We needed softness. And the fact that I could provide that to my daughter in that moment where it was just like softness, like we took care of it. And I just reminded her, like, let's not spill next time. Let's try our best, And I'm like, to be able to give what you never had is a double whammy in and of itself. Because you know better, that is, you can feel it in your body that that's the right way to go about it, and it just, then you're just hit with this grief of like, there's no blame here, but it's like, man, why couldn't my parents just like lean towards doing the right thing than getting lost in their emotions and constantly saying, oh, I'm missing a clip. Constantly say, I honestly don't even think this does anything with how short my hair is and the texture of my hair, but I just try anyway because we just try different things. Yeah, so I was just thinking a lot about that because I am bummed. I'm super bummed that they didn't look at their situation. They were like, let's make some changes. Like, this is clearly not working. The family is suffering because of decisions and actions and lack of actions, like lack of conversations that should have been had but was never had, and now I'm choosing to not pass that to the best of my ability, to not like I said, I don't get it perfect all the time, but just at least to have that awareness of like, I'm not passing.
Mommy, can you help me?
Yeah, like I'm not.
Can you help me?
Yeah, can you give me a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Like, I'm not, see, like even like that, like my mom would never. It was like so much shame because she was going through her own stuff, and I get it, but it's like, kids shouldn't be the burdens. That's not their burden to carry. We have to be adults and show them like, yeah, we're not perfect, but we can handle, like as an adult, like I can tell my kids, I can handle it. You don't have to worry about mommy. I'm working on it. So then that releases the burden from them. So yeah, it's just like, see, it doesn't really do much. My hair poofs like this on its own. I didn't need the rollers. I'm sure when it grows out, then I can style it more. Like, it's already growing out a lot. But I'm excited because when it grows out longer, like when it gets down to my shoulders, I can do more with it. But it's kind of wild right now. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments what you think if you're going through something similar. And my heart goes out to you guys, especially if you're going through this with little kids, because yeah, it is a double whammy because you have other people to consider and you don't want to pass on your shit to them. Your shit that your parents and their parents passed on to each other, and you're like, no, it's stopping with me. And then just having to like grieve all of that because it is a grief thing, you know, because you're breaking the pattern, a pattern that your nervous system has learned feels safe, and it's not. So yeah, I did. I had to grieve through that because I had to grieve through while cleaning up my daughter's milk spill on the carpet because it's like it could have. I'm telling you now, please accept this. You didn't deserve what you went through. You didn't deserve that. Yeah, yes, your parents were doing the best that they could with what they knew. Yes. But the same truth is you didn't freaking deserve what you went through. You didn't deserve to be emotionally abused. Maybe some of you were physically abused, you know? Uh you didn't deserve to carry the burdens of adults who should have been able to carry it for themselves. But you did it out of love. Children do that. If they feel dysfunction with their parents, they're going to take it upon themselves because that's just what the brain does. They want to preserve that relationship with their parents, and that's the only way they know how to do it, is to take on their burdens. And so it's breaking all of that. You did deserve I'm coming. You did deserve softness. You did deserve care, love, nourishment, to be seen, to be known, to be accepted. You deserved all of that. And I'm so sorry you didn't get that. I really am. And it wasn't fair. And you've been doing you have such a big heart. That's why you're going through this. You have so much love to give. And you had so much love to give. Even when you were younger, you were just around people that like just didn't they just didn't they couldn't. They were not willing. So maybe we have to grieve through that for sure, because that's a big hurt. But we have to feel these hurts, because when you feel them, you grow your capacity to love. I've just learned that. And it totally makes sense to me. I'm going through that right now. So yeah. Hope you guys are doing okay, all things considered. And we take it moment by moment, day by day. I'm going to go help my daughter make some noodles. She's very hungry. Okay, you guys, I love you. Comment down below, connect with me. Let me know how you're doing, okay? All right.